The 1920s was a time that sparked great change in American culture. During this time, the music style known as jazz influenced all aspects of society such as poetry, fashion, and industry. Jazz was born in New Orleans, but its roots were found in musical traditions from both Africa and Europe. From African music, jazz got its rhythm and feel, its blues quality, and a tradition of playing an instrument in your own expressive way. It got its harmony and instruments from European music. The growth of radio broadcasting allowed entertainment, news, sports, and politics to be heard from the comfort of anyone's home. It helped the nation become more informed. This helped small towns and big cities alike. It reached people of all ages, races, and social classes, rich and poor. The Westinghouse Company, owned by George Westinghouse of New York, manufactured the first common crystal radio and created the first ever radio. Early silent movies had a live orchestra playing for the audience. It wasn't until 1923 that a pre-recorded soundtrack was put into the film. In 1927, the famous movie Jazz Singer had both speaking and singing on screen. In the same year, Hollywood boomed, becoming the movie-making capital. Today we're here with the silent screen glamour queen, Greta Garbo.
Hi, everybody.
Greta, why don't you tell us about some of your famous works?
Well, Flesh and the Devil was helped me become very well known.
Who are some other actors or actresses from the 1920s that were an inspiration?
Well, Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin were wonderful actors and brilliant directors. Like Buster was in Cops and The Playhouse, while Charlie was in Making a Living. And not all stars were able to make that transition from the silent films to sound production, which really made him inspiration to me.
As an actress, how would you say that 1920s movies impacted America?
Well, they were just a universal appeal. They entertained, made America laugh, and they just made the world happy.
Today we are gathered with Louis Armstrong and Joseph Oliver, also known as King Oliver. He had one of the most popular jazz bands of the 1920s.
Hey guys.
So, King Oliver, can you tell us a little about your career?
So I was a cornet player, which is like a trumpet. I started a band called King Oliver's Creole Band, and I asked Louis Armstrong in 1922 to come join my band in Chicago and play with us.
Louis Armstrong was one of the most important jazz originators and first truly great jazz soloist and improviser. Tell us a little about that, Louis.
Well, during my first recording in the studio, my music sheet fell on the floor and, I just improvised the rest with nonsense syllables, and that's how I became a great improviser. King Oliver was a great mentor to me when I was a young whippersnapper. He was really the bee's knees.
Who are some other great jazz players that you enjoy?
Well, there was Jelly Roll Morton.
And there was Fats Waller.
And Paul Whiteman.
And Benny Goodman.